Hi guys, it's Leggings here and welcome to another video. If you're new here, I'm Leggings, like I just said, and I do a lot of activewear reviews, so yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff, just subscribe to my channel, please. Like my videos, leave some comments down below. I'm always happy to, take suggestions, feedback and everything. So yes, today we have a second edition of Let's Talk Booty Scrunch. So yes, a while back I reviewed some of these viral TikTok Amazon leggings with the booty scrunch, and yeah, that video was quite popular, so I thought why not dive into it again a few months later, see if there's any updates, more leggings, different types of scrunches. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing today. So I think last time I reviewed some Gymshark as well, where the scrunch is more like a, a little hole, like a little bottom hole, let's say that. We had the Alphalete with that kind of really perfect scrunch, and then there was a lot of stuff that was more like stretchy scrunch on the inside, the scrunch that you don't really see once you put it on, which is also the scrunch they use for the Witness Simmons Gymshark collection, for example. So we'll be diving into that today. Yes, I ordered a whole bunch of leggings from Amazon. So we'll look at these first, and then I will just bring out the Alphalete again. So I'm not a big booty scrunch fan, but I can see why this is still kind of the ultimate booty scrunch legging, because it still looks good. So I'll bring that out towards the end to compare to the other ones that we had. Yeah, but let's dive into this. The first pair of leggings, so I just picked some that were looked interesting on Amazon, had some good reviews and stuff. Just so you know, some of them are from the same brand. I mean, a lot of them are drop shipped anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but whoever sells them on Amazon, right? Also, why I do this from Amazon, not AliExpress, for example, is just because then they come faster, and with Amazon I usually get free returns as well, so I don't have to keep all of these. Alright, so the first ones are the Slimbelle Women's Scrunch Butt Leggings Push-Up, Scrunched Booty Butt Lift Leggings with Pockets, Boom Booty, Fitness Pants, High Waist, Seamless, Sports Leggings, Yoga Pants, TikTok Leggings. Alright, so, because these names are usually ridiculous. So these are in a nice green color. And yeah, they come in very different types of bags as well. But yeah, so this is kind of like a forest green. I'm not sure if that's the name. Yeah, it's bottle green. I'm also currently translating this from German because the Amazon page is in German. So just so you know, might not be bottle green in English, but it probably will be. I don't know. But yeah, so this is the bottle green. And like I said, these are from Slimbelle, so they do have a few booty scrunch leggings. What I already do not like is, it looks like we have this nice big waistband, but then there's just the thin elastic up top, so the elastic is like this. It's not really great, is it? So yeah, already not convinced about this. I also didn't try any of these on before now, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. We do have a front seam, but most of these have a front seam. There is a small crotch gusset. Okay, I was gonna say it doesn't look like we have one, but we do have a small crotch gusset here, so hopefully that'll help with the camel toe situation. We do have pockets on the side, although they don't seem very deep, but I think it's enough for at least my phone. But I also don't have a massive phone because I would just drop it if I did. Let's see. So okay, no, my phone barely fits, so I'm not sure how that goes for normal phones. Especially, also barely fits width-wise, so yeah. And then in the back we have this booty scrunch situation, so this is not the B-hole like we had on the Gymshark Adapt Seamless? The Camel Seamless. Whatever, you know what I mean. And on the inside it's like this with the where you have it's kind of a bit stretchy, but this is really not stretchy at all. So it usually so you see there's two different two different layers to this for some reason. So we have our two different parts. So down here it's kind of stretchy, and then up here it's not, and it seems like there's something sewn in that maybe you can see better from here, like something white there. So this part down here is stretchy, but this part is not. Well, I don't know how that's gonna go. Otherwise they're like a more sleek fabric. Like, it doesn't seem very performance-y though, because yeah, I don't think it would be super sweat wicking. Yeah, let's just see them on. Alright, so I will say the positive things first. You know, I think this green color is really nice, the bottle green. Yeah, we do have a front seam. I don't find it very invasive, but then again, these leggings are just way too big for me. There's a lot of like fabric crunching up here, bunching up, sorry, not crunching. The seams are not really great. Like, I can definitely tell there's already like something happening here. The seams, they seem to be falling slightly apart maybe, I don't know. We have the pockets. They're nice, but I can, you know, if I would put anything heavy in there, like it's pulling the leggings down. Like, they're not staying up. They have this very thin elastic here up top that doesn't really hold me in a lot. And like it didn't, like there's no compression here at all. And even if I had sized down to a small, like I said, you know, then since I usually do medium, if I don't know, that wouldn't have been, you know, that would have not fixed the compression issue here. There's no gaping in the waistband, and that's because of this elastic here, but yeah, these are too big. Then there's this weird seam on the side here that I really don't know what's it doing. It's too large at my ankles, and I don't like that when it's not tight around my ankles. The pockets aren't very large either, so my phone kind of still, you know, kind of comes out a bit. And my phone isn't big or anything, so yeah. And then of course, you know, the fabric is very like thin and cheap feeling, and it's kind of shiny. I'm not sure if it comes across like that on camera, but it's definitely shiny when I look at it on me. And then let's get to the central part, which is the booty scrunch here. So I'm not sure if you can see it very well. I can come a little bit closer. So here we have like this, like it's very obvious that it's a booty scrunch still. So you have like the fabric kind of ruching in the back here. You can still see that. And I think that's also like, so basically it doesn't disappear like some of these usually would. So usually when you have like these type of scrunches, they kind of, you know, it just gets into your crack here, and then the ruching kind of disappears, but here we can still see it. I think it's partially due to the fact that these are too large on me, but also because it's a more, like it's not as stretchy, this seam part. So if I pull on this here, like it doesn't stretch with it like some of these usually do. So this is why it's kind of like staying there. Also it's really, like it kind of moves a little because it's, yeah, it's just too large. But yeah, that's scrunch for you. I think the scrunch itself, like if you like that kind of obvious scrunch, doesn't look so bad, but like these leggings are just not great quality. So, and I mean it's Amazon, right? So it's kind of hit and miss. I personally would not wear these. But yeah, I mean, you know, the scrunch kind of looks interesting. Like when I squat, I can feel it, and that's because it's not flexible. And even though these are like too big, I can definitely feel it at the bottom of the squat, so that there is something there. Yeah, but yeah, way too big fabric. It doesn't feel so great. Yeah, that's these. Alright, next up we have a pair of grey leggings. They're the LOFHAS leggings for women, high waist leggings, non-see-through, elastic, breathable yoga pants leggings. So these didn't have a ton of reviews, but they these are leggings I have seen a lot on like some of the other AliExpress dropshipping companies like Astoria Active, if you've ever seen them on Instagram. So these are definitely not like new or anything. So hold on, I'll just show you the picture on here, then you will see what I mean. So basically I've seen these a ton of times already, so I thought I'd just try them on. So yeah, I got these in grey. Surprisingly, they do not have a front seam. Interesting, because like I said, but I guess it's because it's seamless. But yeah, usually like a lot of these Amazon activewear brands, AliExpress brands have front seams, but maybe not with the seamless. We have this thick waistband, so no elastic here, just like ripped. That's kind of promising at least. And then yeah, you have all these teeny tiny holes here on the sides that could be perfect for accidentally ripping them. So I hope that's not gonna happen. You have some detailing here, and then more ripped details on the calves here. Yeah, no seam in the back, not even a fake seam, but we have some glute seams here as well, some glute detailing. But I don't see any scrunch. I had that last time as well, you know, I just assumed this had a scrunch because probably somewhere it said it did have a scrunch, and then there was no scrunch. So I guess, again, we have one legging that does not have a scrunch. I'm pretty sure it was supposed to, maybe not. At least it doesn't say that in the description anymore. Well, whatever, we have this one now. Maybe as a comparison to what it looks like if you don't have a scrunch, I don't know. Like I said, I was curious anyway. I'm not sure how my butt is gonna fit in there. There's not a lot of space for it, so we'll see how that goes. Yes, but I mean, see, they're not gonna be the winners because I don't have a booty scrunch. Let's try them on. Alright, onto these grey ones. So this is definitely not the worst seamless material I ever put on. It is a bit scratchy maybe, but then again, some Gymshark stuff also has been very itchy and scratchy, so I will not, you know, say that this is the worst thing. Yeah, they're actually, like, the waistband is nice and ripped. It's just not, like, it doesn't fit me properly, like it's a little bit big and doesn't give me compression, but that's also because I just have a smaller waist. And yeah, on the thighs it fits great. It's quite stretchy actually. And this is the one where you just have to be careful with, like, you know, the holes and stuff. So when you put it on, you need to be extra careful as to not rip anything. Otherwise, we just have in the front, it's pretty simple. We just have like this gray, like, detailing. I don't really, you know, care too much about the detailing in the front. It's like, I don't know, it doesn't really do much because it just comes in a little and then goes out again. It's not, I don't know what to think of that. I think it's fine in the camel toe department. There's a little bit much fabric in here, so maybe you could get like a little bit of camel toe if you were not to wear underwear with these. They're decently high-waisted, so this is where my belly button is. And then the back, you know, no booty scrunch. But you know, there you have a little bit of contouring, and then there's all the whole stuff here in the back, so also kind of giving you a little bit of details. Yeah, I don't think these are the worst for the price. Yeah, it's just for me with my small waist, it's not really perfect in the back here for the waistband. And yeah, I mean, of course, since there's no like separation or anything, like it kind of gets a little bit of a uni-butt situation there. But I do like the whole detailing. And since you only have them in the back, like, putting on is not that difficult. You really just, you know, pull in the front and then kind of just have to be careful when you pull up the back of the leggings. But otherwise, you know, they're not so bad. Definitely tried on worse things. Yeah, you definitely do not need to buy them from like the expensive brands that just drop ship them. Just get them off Amazon or off AliExpress if you like these. And then you'll just get them much cheaper for probably the same quality. So yeah, those are, like I said, I'm positively surprised. I just wish they would have had the booty scrunch to kind of fit with today's theme. But yeah, I guess that's it. Alright, next up we have the OUDOTA Women's Sports Leggings Slim Fit, High Waist, Long Width, Tummy Control, Sports, non-see-through yoga pants, fitness pants, running pants, tights for running, bicycling or cycling, fitness with, what do you call it? With scent. Oh yes. Are they scented? I don't know. Also, why would you scent pants? I mean, they're not going to, like, once you wash them, the scent is gone? I don't understand. Or is it like anti-scent? I really don't know. Anyway, these had over 1,600 reviews on Amazon and was still like 4 stars. So I was like, okay, I'll try them. Also, what I didn't say yet is I got a medium in all of these because I do not bother anymore looking at the size charts to try to figure it out, because sometimes the size charts are like ridiculous and it seems like you should be ordering a double extra large even though you usually wear a small and medium. So I just stick with the medium. Usually it works fine. But these look teeny tiny. And they also look kind of similar to some other pants we're talking about later, like to these. And they're just like so much tinier and they're the same size. And they look so similar. Can you see that? Like, that's like a whole size difference, and they're both medium. But from different brands, but still, you know. Anyway, let's get to these ones. I think this is a, this is red. I mean, I think it's more pink, but that's okay. Again, it's seamless, so we have a ripped waistband, no elastics or anything here, which is at least quite positive. No front seam. And then, yeah, the front is pretty simple. We just have like a fake seam kind of running across your thighs here. And then there's some detailing at your calves, and then there's more detailing here at the back actually. So these have a booty scrunch, we have a lot of glute detailing going on here in the back, and you see there's a lot more space for the butt cheeks, but still, like, these leggings just look tiny, okay? So it's nice that you have a bit of more fabric around the butt here, but like I'm not sure if I can even get them on. We'll see about that. And then the scrunch is kind of like a wide situation here, and it's not very stretchy, okay? It's kind of like the Alphalete one, I guess, because it's like the Alphalete one also nearly goes to the crotch gusset, or I guess in some it does go to it, but you can see there's a tiny bit of space between where the scrunch ends and the crotch gusset here. So yeah, but it reminds me a bit more of the Alphalete scrunch than of the Gymshark scrunch, for example, because the Gymshark really is just like this tiny bit of extra beehole thing on the leggings. Never worked for me. Yeah, if you're really interested in seeing that, for example, just go to my old booty scrunch video. I'll link this down below for you. But I've had enough of those, so I don't need to try more of those, yeah. But yeah, let's just see if I can get these on and what they look like, shall we? Alright, even though they looked teeny tiny, I managed to get them on. It was a bit of a more of a struggle, like when you put on pantyhose, but they're on. They actually do fit. Like, I have stretch here. I can definitely feel the booty scrunch, the seam. It's tight. Like, I can squat, but I can feel it. Like I said, this is why I usually don't like the booty scrunch leggings anyway. But it's fun to try and see how enhancing they are. Yeah, we have the seamless waistband here. It actually gives me some nice compression. I think it dips a little bit lower in the back here, but maybe that's just my imagination. We have no front seam. We have very minimal detailing in the front, so we actually only have something here around your shin area. And then when we turn around to the side, sorry for leaving the tag on, we have like this strap just going down and then merging with that calf detailing. And then you have glute contour, which is actually quite flattering, I think. And then you have the scrunch. So now, of course, like, my butt is kind of stretching it out, but it's still kind of doing its thing. So if I stand in the booty pose, you can definitely see there's some separation happening. The contouring helps a lot, like making things look quite good, accentuating. And yeah, you can just see this thick seam here. And I mean, unlike the Gymshark stuff, it doesn't really look like a second beehole, but like still, it looks a little weird because it's like a thicker seam. Yeah, I'm not sure. It definitely looks better than that old Gymshark scrunch. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it's tight. I can feel it when I move. Maybe that's also because these leggings are a little tighter and looked so tiny as well. I think they definitely do some enhancing, but it's, yeah, I don't know. You let me know. What do you think? Yeah, otherwise they're stretchy enough. Maybe if you have a smaller butt, like, it would still be good for you. Yeah, let me know what you think. Alright, let's continue talking about the ones that I just showed. They're very, very similar, but there's still some like tiny detailing differences basically. So these are the RIOJOY Scrunch Butt Leggings, Women's High Waist Seamless Push-Up Booty Leggings, Pants for Sports, Yoga, Fitness, Gym Workout. So these are actually the ones that started the idea again that I was gonna look into this, because they actually had a really, really nice looking like dark red color, which was unfortunately not available when I was going to order, and then I was like, you know what, I don't care, I'll just get a different color, because I'm just gonna review these, and yeah, then we'll see. If I really like them, then I can just still order them in the other color. So these also had like, you know, some positive reviews and stuff, but like I said, they do look very, very similar to the OUDOTA ones that we just looked at. So again, in the front we have like this seamless waistband here. We have no front seam, and the front is very, very simple this time. So really, this time you have nothing in the front, but you can already see there's like detailing on the side here. So we have like, instead of the other ones that had like a darker like dotted contour here, and this is the OUDOTA ones, here we just have these like thick ribbed detailings, whatever, the thick ribbed lines going down to the bottom of the leggings. So yeah, very different in that aspect, but it also, I feel like it makes it a little bit more stretchy, because the ribbed stuff usually has a bit more stretch in it. And yeah, that's it for the detailing in the front. And then the back we again have, you know, the booty scrunch here, which looks the same as the other one. It is also not very stretchy, but oh no, this one's actually more stretchy, I think. Are you stretchy? Well, not really. A tiny bit, maybe a tiny bit more than the other one. This one also has a teeny tiny bit of space before it ends and goes into the crotch gusset seam. I'm not sure if it's really, really easily visible on camera. And yeah, then you have a bit of detailing underneath the glutes here, and you can see there's a lot more space, a lot more fabric around your butt cheeks to not squish them down. Yeah, I mean, the material is like the other ones. It's like stretchy, it's a seamless material, it's decently thick. Yeah, let's just try these on. Alright, so these are actually really, like, fabric-wise and like detailing-wise very similar to those pink leggings, but they do fit much, much better. So, I mean, when I held them up, you saw the difference in sizes, but I still get that nice compression with the waistband here, and I have more space in the rest of the leggings, so that's really, really nice. The waist is also super high as before, same thing. My belly button is there, and then in the front we really have no detailing, not even in the shin area, and then on the side, instead of like this colored panel, we just have this red panel adding a little bit of like softness and stretch. And then in the back you have the glute contouring here. It's really just a little bit different. And then you can also see the scrunch. The way the scrunch is actually so similar. But like, and I mean, yes, it's still tight. When I squat I can still feel it, but at least I feel like it fits a little bit better. So yeah, let me know what you think, but it kind of gets into the crack a little bit more and gives you a little bit more separation, and it feels like this is more what it's supposed to feel like. So yeah, definitely gives you a little bit of glute enhancement here. I think it would have been nice if the top seam here could have been a little bit more, you know, dramatic. I could have maybe added a little bit more detail in there, but otherwise I think it does what it's supposed to do. Yes, again, we have this thicker seam here, so it is quite obvious that there is a scrunch, but at least it doesn't really look like a beehole anymore. Yeah, let me know if you think the same thing. So yeah, I'm actually quite happy with these, especially for the price. I mean, of course it's not like the best quality, but like I've definitely tried on worse Gymshark leggings, just saying. Yeah, otherwise they're a 7/8 length on me. And yeah, no camel toe for me. There's also not too much fabric here, so I think it's actually quite good, and the sizing was quite accurate for yeah, for an Amazon pair of leggings. Pair of Amazon leggings, whatever. Alright, we have another pair of leggings from this RIOJOY brand. They're called RIOJOY Women's Scrunch Butt Sports Leggings with phone pocket, high waist sports pants, yoga pants, non-see-through long push-up leggings. And I thought these looked interesting because they kind of reminded me of some Bombshell activewear leggings. I never had any Bombshell stuff, but you know, this mesh waistband. I was just intrigued. So yeah, you can see this waistband is like completely mesh. It doesn't, it feels a little scratchy on the outside, but not on the inside. That would actually go against your skin. So yeah, I'm just really curious how this would go. The pant material itself is, it's kind of soft. It feels a little bit brushed, but it's still like, it feels like a cheaper material, which I guess it's fair because it's an Amazon legging. But yeah, it is slightly like softish, brushed. Let's see if the camera could focus. It is quite soft actually. It is also very stretchy. So we'll see how this is gonna go as well. And of course there's not, because it said something about a phone pocket, didn't it? In the title. There's no pocket. There's no pocket. I think they might have had some options with pockets, but then I opted probably for the easy, simple ones. And then of course the highlight of it is the butt scrunch here, and this is one of the more stretchy ones. And basically you have the seams, just something is sewn in here, and then you could just, you know, it just stretches out a little. So it's one of the more, or one of the more less obvious ones, if you know what I mean. Once you put them on, basically. Yeah. So let's just see them on. Alright, I'm still not sure what to think of this waistband situation. I think it doesn't give the compression that I'm used to from a normal waistband. And so these have a front seam, and if I pull them a little bit higher, I can definitely feel the front seam. So I don't think these are camel toe friendly, and I really wish they could, you know, get rid of the front seam for these ones. Because I do think this is a fun detailing. I mean, maybe I wouldn't wear this everywhere and for everything, but I mean, it kind of like looks fun. And yes, you can see a belly button through. So I'm not sure how well this would go for someone with a belly button piercing, because I feel like you would probably just ruin the mesh here or something. But otherwise I think it's a fun little detailing. Yeah, fortunately the camel toe or the front seam is kind of ruining for me. I mean, you know, if I can feel it already with underwear and the panty liner layer, then it's not gonna be great. Yeah, there's otherwise super simple, so there's really nothing here, and the fabric is really soft and stretchy, so I like that as well. Definitely feels like a good fabric for the price. And then with the scrunch, you have this flexible one again, but it's not that flexible. And what I don't like is, so basically, you can still see it up top here, the ruching, because up here my butt is not stretching it out. So it's just sitting there like looking a bit awkward, especially because further down it is getting stretched, but not up there, and that just makes it look a little bit weird. So I think what they should do is actually start this a little bit further down, but not already up top here, because like, why? You know, the butt crack doesn't start until like a little bit further, and that's where this should start, not just, yeah. I don't know, let me know what you think. I think it makes it look a little bit weird. Like, I can still feel the scrunch as well, but it's not as bad as with some of the other leggings. So I still think they're quite comfortable. Yes. Like I said, I like the waistband detailing. I think the front seam needs to go. And then maybe I will try these again. Alright, here we have another Slimbelle Women's Honeycomb Leggings Anti-Cellulite Sports Pants Push-Up Scrunch Butt Leggings Sexy Booty TikTok Leggings High Waist Compression Pants Fitness Pants for Sports Yoga Gym Workout. So these are more like this honeycomb detailing that you know, you've seen a lot on like TikTok and social media in general. So I don't really like this. I've tried some before, some of the more normal patterns, because like this pattern looks a bit different. It's not my thing, but I know some people like it. That's okay. You know, everyone is allowed to have their own tastes. But yeah, I thought I'd try these because, I don't know, they looked different, slightly. Oh, I know why. They have a cross waist, see? That's why I tried them. Also, I will say that the band is not just, like it's not just a thin elastic, you actually have a very thick elastic in it. It's still an elastic, because you can see that in the back here. So this is where the elastic ends, because it doesn't have the glute detailing. It just is a straight band. So, but at least it's a bit thicker to give you a little more compression. But yeah, we do have the cross waist here, which is why I was intrigued. It's not sewn together here. We do have a front seam again, like all of these do have a front seam basically. There's no other detailing on the side or whatever. The material also feels kind of flimsy, but it's at least stretchy and soft. And then we have the glute seams, like this V detailing in the back, and then the scrunch, which is also more like this flexible scrunch type. So you can see that here again. It's a bit flexible, which is nice because then you don't feel it as much. But otherwise that's kind of it. So yeah, I'm not convinced of the sewing, of the stitching that much, because you can already see in the front seam. I haven't tried these on yet, and you can see already the seams a little bit. It's like someone has stretched them out before. So I'm not really a big fan of that. I mean, yes, it's not expensive stuff, but I still like expect a little bit more of the stitching. I don't want to see it falling apart already now. Yeah, but let's see them on. I'm really curious about the cross waist on these. So let's do it. Alright, with these ones, the cross waist kind of super high, and there's not a big difference between where it dips low and where the waistband normally sits. So that's also why I don't get any, like this actually does not fold over for me. Like I can, you know, just, you can see it's not like, when I have the Buff Bunny leggings, like it usually folds over, but I think that's also because this is an elastic in here. So the elastic kind of is better at retaining its shape, and not like it's a bit thicker than if you have a normal fabric waistband. So if you have problems with waistbands folding over and you like the crisscross look, maybe these are it for you, because yeah, it's just really, nothing is moving here with this one. But of course it's also not as dramatic of a cross waist here as it is with the other things, just saying. These have a front seam. They're very, very shiny in the light. And they are also kind of, there's a lot of fabric still here, especially in the butt area, surprisingly. So, but yeah, like this, the tightness of the elastic here, I mean, it's not, for me it's not tight right now, it feels comfortable. But it makes me wonder if, you know, sizing down to a small would make sense or not, because so the whole leg and everything, it is kind of too big, but the waistband feels comfortable, so I'm not sure. Yeah, if you're a medium throughout, maybe go for the medium, because yeah, my small waist still kind of feels a little bit, this feels perfect basically. And yeah, I will say the stitching on this is really not that great. You have a little bit of bulging on this side here as well, where you have the other band here as well. So like you can kind of see that it's not the greatest quality. And then also you can see here the waistband is like holding me in, and then you have a little bit of lower belly like pooching out. And I don't have a lot of that, so yeah. Otherwise I think actually, you know, I like that the waistband does not fold over. That's quite nice. And you just have the, you know, the tiny cross waist. Yeah, let's talk about it on a booty scrunch level. So, you know, this has the anti-cellulite like pattern, like honeycomb. Alright, the camera just died on me, so sorry for that. Let's continue with evaluating these on the booty scrunch level. So this is what we are working with. Again, this is like, the problem is that the scrunch starts up here, so you kind of have just the weird, like, you know, scrunching on the top, and then the rest stretches out a little bit more. So I'm not sure if I like that or not. just start with it a little bit further down, you know. It's also because it really starts right at where you have this V here, because this one has a much lower V than some of the others, and then it's just kind of, you know, it shouldn't just start right there. It should just maybe start a little bit lower. Yeah, let me know what you think. I don't think these ones are the best ones in terms of booty scrunch. Yes, sure, I don't, again, this is one of the more flexible ones, so I don't feel it when I squat or anything. Like, there's not really much tightness in there, and they do give you a little bit of, like, you know, scrunching and glute enhancement, especially together with that V. But yeah, maybe, you know, it's kind of making this part rather flat somehow. And then, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of them in terms of scrunch, I think. So, but yeah, that's, they have this fun cross waist as well. Stitching, like I said, not super great. If you can see this here, like there's definitely, you can see the seams here with the waistband. And I mean, yes, they're not expensive, but still, I don't expect to see the seams kind of, you know, this obvious, even for something that's not that pricey. So just so you know. Alright, last in the what I ordered from Amazon, because I'll still show the Alphalete again. These are the lalamelon women's honeycomb gym leggings, sexy booty, push-up sports pants, anti-cellulite, high waist yoga pants, scrunched booty, scrunched butt lifting leggings, compression sports fitness, sports leggings, yoga pants. So I've tried similar ones before, but this one just had a fun color. The texture of it looked a little bit different, which is why I thought I'd give it a try. And also, these ones got a lot of positive reviews for the quality. So we'll just see if that's really, you know, if it's holding up what it promises. Yeah, I like the color at least. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of these, but they're very stretchy. They might be comfortable, who knows, but I can already tell you I'm not a fan of the waistband again, because it looks nice and thick, and we again have like this is the size of the elastic in there. So there's an elastic. It is thicker than the first leggings we looked at, but it's still like not the whole waistband. But at least it'll keep you in a little bit more. And then the back we have like slightly curved glute seams. We have the scrunch here. Again, one of the more flexible ones. So on the inside, I always like this. Just like stretch, stretch, stretch. There. Yeah, but otherwise they're pretty simple. Front seam, of course, like all of these. And the texture actually feels pretty nice. It is soft, stretchy. So yeah, let's just try these on. Alright, here we have the iconic TikTok booty scrunch leggings, anti-cellulite, whatever. This time in blue. Because yeah, I tried this one before in my other video, my other booty scrunch video, in a different color, also from a different brand, and I will say that this one is actually super soft and stretchy, and like the fabric feels really, really comfortable. So that's a big plus for this one. Yes, there's still front seam. I don't really feel it too much. You will definitely get camel toe with it though if you don't wear any underwear, I can already tell you that. Yeah, for me it's still like the waistband, this big elastic in here that's kind of killing it. Because, I mean, if it was just a normal, like if this whole thing was a great, like a normal waistband, that would be really, really nice. And with the elastic, it's just like, I don't know. I don't like it. But yeah, otherwise I think these are really, really soft and comfy and stretchy. I think the color is quite fun. And the booty scrunch is like not as obvious with these ones. But you still have this nice like V contouring here. And yeah, the scrunch is one of these that definitely kind of stretches out with your butt, but still gives you a little bit of like an accentuation, not too much. It's definitely less than the seamless leggings, but it still does something. And this is one of the ones that I don't feel it when I squat. Like, this is really one of the stretchy ones. So if you just want a little bit of contouring and a little bit of scrunch, then these ones are really, really nice. Yeah, like I said, the elastic is what's kind of killing it for me. These are also actually full length on me, and I could still stretch them if I wanted to, because yeah, I still have a lot of like give here, but I don't think they're necessarily too big or anything. It's just like there's still a lot of stretch and a lot of fabric left, but you can't see it necessarily, like it's not like bunching up anywhere or anything. So yeah. So if you like these type of leggings, I think these are a good purchase. If they're like the greatest on the booty scrunch horizon, I don't know. I'm not sure, but you know, they do a little bit and they're still very comfy. So yeah. Alright, now last but not least we have the Alphalete Amplify leggings. So also seamless, we have this 3-tiered waistband where you have most compression to least compression going down. No front seam, and in the back we have the the booty scrunch here. And yeah, that's less flexible, so it's more like the other seamless leggings we saw, where you have this scrunch. It's a little bit thinner than the other seamless ones, so it might be a bit easier to hide that you have that big booty scrunch there. And here you can see, for me, it doesn't reach the crotch gusset here, or the seam for the crotch gusset. It ends slightly above, and I think this is how it's supposed to be, but I know that there's been some leggings where it wasn't like this, so yeah. But otherwise they're like a nice soft seamless material, very very stretchy. There's some detailing on the side that's really hard to see like in some of the colors, but easier in some others. But yeah, we're just looking at these solely for the booty scrunch, and yeah, I think these are like the best looking in terms of scrunch of the leggings I've tried so far. But yeah, of course I can't say how it is for the ones that you just saw me try on. So you can be the judge of that, you can compare that, you can see how these Amazon leggings compare to these in terms of bootyliciousness, I guess. Yeah. But that's what I can tell you. Yeah, but let's just see these on now as well. Alright, here are the one and only Alphalete Amplifies. I really only have one pair of those, so yeah, not my favorite leggings, and I know everyone just loves them. But yeah, not me, because of the actually the booty scrunch is not that tight, but it can still, like, I can move without like feeling like it's gonna rip, but still it's just not, you know, my favorite look. I don't know. But yeah, so they're seamless. They have this 3-tiered waistband where you have most compression to least compression, so you know, I guess that's nice. I don't know, I don't really feel a difference to some other waistbands that I just tried. The seamless is definitely like super 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 stretchy. You have these breathable panels. I'm not sure if they're visible in this color very much. And then I mean the booty scrunch is just, I think they did that really good, I will say that. Especially, so what I meant with some of the other leggings, right? Like the scrunch only starts like around here. It doesn't start right underneath the waistband. So like you still have a little bit of like just seam or nothing here, and then it starts. So it's just not my favorite look when you squat and when you stretch it out, because you can see, you know, that there is this scrunch. It is definitely better, it's larger and whatever. Then the Gymshark one, it just doesn't just sit on top of my butt. You know, it actually separates a little bit. You can, I mean, yes, you have to work the fabric in there a little bit, but it does work. Yeah, it's just like for me, since I don't like these that much, I'm just not gonna buy it for like that money. So these I actually also got on sale. So yeah, if you can get them on sale and you like booty scrunch, definitely go for it. I guess if you love the booty scrunch, maybe they're worth your money anyway. Yeah, I think they're doing their job. Maybe it would be nice if they added a little bit more contouring underneath as well, like we've seen in some of the other Amazon seamless, because that actually I liked, I will say that. Yeah, otherwise like these are also great, like I said, because it's not necessarily like a stretchy scrunch, but if you size accordingly, so I went with a medium here as well, so for me that's like sizing up half a size, I guess. Then you don't have that super tightness. Of course now, like I don't have compression anywhere else in these leggings because they are quite stretchy, And yeah, but at least my butt can, you know, spread out. And yeah, so these are the very expensive version of a booty scrunch leggings. Yeah. Alright, it's conclusion time. So of course, you know, some of the quality is not like amazing, but I've also, you know, realized I probably should you know, lower my expectations a little if I don't pay as much for the leggings. And it's just, you know, I'm probably like, I'm just so spoiled from having like more expensive leggings that I usually wear all the time that you know, I can't really appreciate the cheap stuff anymore. The more affordable, I don't know. But I'm also not a big booty scrunch fan. I think some of these definitely make your booty look quite good. And of course, like, it's more extreme with the ones that don't have the flexible scrunch, because the flexible scrunch kind of like disappears when you wear them. You know, you do get the glute separation thanks to that scrunch. You kind of have to work it in there. It looks a bit more extreme with the seamless ones that we saw, especially when you have the glute contour underneath as well. Yeah, it's just for me, like, it feels a little bit tight. And like I just don't want that feeling of tightness. But I think there's some good options out there that are affordable if you're really into that booty scrunch look. Yeah, I really hope I could help you find some more booty scrunch leggings in case you're looking for them. I mean, in general, I think it's great to go by you know, other people's reviews on Amazon, and sizing wise, you just, you know, stick with your normal size with what you usually would wear, and not like try to, you know, decipher their size charts, because it's not really easy. I will link all the leggings I bought down below. Like I said, I bought it from German Amazon, but I'm sure you can just, you know, type in the brand name and then also probably find it on the Amazon.com or whichever Amazon you're shopping from. Yeah, but otherwise I think they're pretty affordable. There's a lot of options out there. And yeah, let me know if you have any feedback, any comments. You can always comment down below, DM me on Instagram, whichever works best. I'm always happy to reply to your comments, to read them. Always happy for suggestions as well, so if you have any, please let me know down below as well. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!